Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another absolute banger of a video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you one of the easiest image ad formats that you can put into your ad account right now if you're dropshipping, if you're an e-commerce brand, to start making more money. And this is the exact image ad that allowed us to generate over $57,000 in revenue off of a single image ad across 2 months at above a 3+ return on ad spend. So if you're skeptical about images, you don't know how to create images, you're obsessed with video, as most people are, myself included, well, then this video is going to break down exactly how you can start to implement one of the most powerful and highest converting image ad formats that, regardless of any ad account, whether I'm dropshipping, Shopify brands, 8-figure companies, 9-figure companies, I always put this one image ad into their accounts if I want to make more money for them or for myself with dropshipping. So make sure you stick around to the end, because I'm going to give away, as always, I'm going to walk through how to design this step by step so you know the theory and the why. And then I'm going to give you the template for free so you don't have to waste time watching this video. And if you want to, you probably could just skip to the end and get the template anyways. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into the video. All right, guys, this is the creative that I'm going to be teaching you how to make today. And what we have here is the traditional before and after, but we've camouflaged it in such a way that it looks like a native Twitter post on, a native X post, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Looks like a native Twitter post. And essentially what this is your classic before and after, but it allows us to, as you guys know who have been running ads, Facebook is notoriously very, very critical and can dish out bans left and right if you're running before and afters in your ad account. Previously, they were extremely strict with this. In fact, it was strictly against their policies. And so what this is a way for us to still leverage what makes a before and after so powerful, which is instantly being able to communicate the desired transformation that your audience wants without us breaking any of Meta's rules and risking our ad account going down. And also adding the Twitter elements around the entirety of the creative also allows us to make this appear even more native and even more like something someone would actually come across in their organic feed, and not a piece of marketing material that some marketer like us is trying to force feed down their throats. So if you take a look at this creative, it's a very simple before and after. So what you're going to have here is your transformation. You're going to take your before state. You're going to take your after state. You're not going to put any mention of before and after anywhere on this creative, because again, the whole point of this is to be able to communicate the powerful transformation without necessarily saying before and after, so you don't risk any ad account bans. Now, once you do that, you want to put a nice disclaimer here at the bottom, which basically says results may vary, no results guaranteed. And this allows us to, again, show off that transformation without risking any liability of false promises or false claims. We're basically telling people right off the top in the small fine print, these results are not guaranteed and they're going to vary based on the individual. But again, if you watch my previous video and you know a little bit about visual hierarchy, most people, by the time they get to that, or by the time that little portion of text would even register cognitively for them, they've already moved on to the next meme, the next cat video, the next story, the next reel, whatever. Okay, so this is the before and after. Now, in terms of the actual headline, this is probably one of the most key elements of making this creative work outside of just the image, because again, back to the principles of visual hierarchy, this is probably going to be either the first or the second thing that someone actually sees when they view this creative or it comes up on their feed. Now, to actually get something that looks native and that appears like very natural and organic, the easiest way to go to come up with captions for this is to go into the Amazon reviews for a product. Okay, go straight into the reviews, click in, and just search up keywords related to whatever angle that you're targeting. So for example, I know that the primary angle, after doing my research and based on all of the reviews that I've done for this product, that the main value proposition, or the most frequently occurring value proposition in the reviews, is getting waves in your hair that last for several days. Because I guess in this market, cheaper curling irons, they are able to produce the same waves that you would get in a salon, but they don't last nearly as long. They maybe last 1 or 2 hours, and then you have to go touch it up. So the main value proposition that people are enjoying out of this product, and the primary angle that I want to start when I'm testing this product, because it's the most important one, it basically represents the largest or the most vocal majority of the entire market, is getting waves that last throughout the day. Now, what I don't want to do is don't get trigger happy and just go get waves that last all day, right? Or get waves that last for hours, right? Because this does not appear like an actual person said it. Your customers and anyone in general, no one likes to be sold to, right? If you've ever walked into a car dealership and the guy is, they come up to you and it's their job, no knock against car salespeople, right? But when you're not in the market for a car, you're just, there's nothing that guy can say to get you to buy, right? And no one likes to be sold to. No one likes getting in high pressure sales calls, having all these tactics, right? And it's the same thing with your audience. People hate being sold to. In fact, people hate ads in general. And so the biggest thing with the caption is you need to camouflage the caption such that it feels like an actual customer would say this, right? So a person who's in this market isn't going to say, oh my gosh, this iron, man, this gave me waves that last for hours. That is not how they're going to say it, right? What they're going to say instead is, finally, waves that last throughout a full day and even look great the next morning. I'm so impressed, right? And the reason, or the way in which we know that this is something that actually someone in this market would say and describe this main benefit is because we pulled it straight from the reviews. So you're going to take keywords related to the angle that you want to go after and just type that in, right? So I know, getting long-lasting waves is a key thing that people want. And boom, what do you know? If I type in waves, 253 out of 1,900 reviews are all talking about waves. And I could even narrow this down further. I could go all day, right? So now I can see anything that people are mentioning about the waves lasting all day. So check this out. Here's a headline. This was so worth the money. It's so pretty and it works wonderfully. Love how fast it crimps my hair and they stay all day. Buy it, you won't regret it. Boom. Take that. You duplicate this. Okay. You go like this. Boom. Love how fast it crimps my hair and they stay all day. Buy it, you won't regret it. Boom. There's one variation, right? There's my first variation. Let's find another one. Let's say we still want to tackle the same angle, right? So let's keep going. Let's see if there's other variations of ways that people are saying and talking about the specific angle that are unique to this audience. So, boom. Let's grab this. Thanks to the dual-sided heating technology, my wave stayed intact all day without needing touch-ups, right? As a guy, especially if you're a guy marketing these products, you're probably not even going to know touch-ups as a word, right? You're probably not going to know that women have to touch up their hair afterwards. You're probably just going to think, oh, they want it to last all day, but you're not going to know why. And that's why you need to go to the reviews and have your customers do the marketing for you. So boom, there's one variation. Let's go create another one. Very simple. Okay, let's see. It was just unbelievable. It held all night and the next day. Oh, this is awesome. Let's grab this. It's going to be a bit of a long one. Let's modify this a little bit, okay? So let's say, okay, this is a little bit too long, but we want to retain the core parts. Unbelievable, right? It held all night, and the next day after sleeping on it, I just touched it up around the face. It's a miracle product. Boom. 3 variations. Look how quick that was. These are all resonating with that same angle of getting long-lasting waves that last all day. I don't know if I just said the same thing fucking twice, but basically getting waves that last all day, but they're all different variations that are going to resonate with different people, right? So here we have a unique mechanism about the product that's enabling someone to actually get this benefit. So for people that, you have those skeptical purchasers who are like, okay, well, how does it do that? Or when you have a mechanism or a feature of the product that adds to the believability of that product being able to achieve and deliver on those specific benefits, as per Eugene Schwartz, Breakthrough Advertising. Then you have other people who will resonate with more so of these, big, bold claims like, it's a miracle product, right? So you have all of these different tones of voice and different ways of messaging, but we're all leveraging the exact same angle that we're going after, right? And that's up to you as the marketer and as the business owner to be able to understand what the most important angles are. And I have several videos on that on my channel already. But if you pair one of these headlines with a clear before and after demonstration, I mean, you're seeing there's a massive difference in her hair from this section to this section, right? And you could even play around with a little bit with the coloring as well to really dramatize. Why did I say dramatize like a Canadian? Shout out to Canadians, by the way. Love you guys. But you could even dramatize this a little bit. Obviously, maybe that's not the best look right there. You could even maybe play around with the saturation. And as you can see, very quickly, we're already starting to, let's go ahead and adjust this a little bit, increase our contrast, or no, increase the contrast. Actually, increase the temp. Okay, boom. Check that out. Look at that. Now you can even add a border to this as well, right? And we'll maybe put this one in green. You can put it in red, really to draw attention to the transformation that she's experiencing. And we can even bring this up. Let's go to green like that. Boom. right? So now you have, at the end of this whole tutorial that you're watching, you should have a clear before and after. And what's great about before and afters and why they work so well is they don't need any explanation. If your product does something, the fastest way to show that it actually delivers on that is through a before and after. That's why if you've ever run a posture corrector, product, you can literally just do someone like completely slouch and have the after photo like that, like that, and it fucking flies off the shelves, right? And because before and afters are so visual, there's no ad copy, there's no like states of awareness. It's just very clear. This is what this product does. This is the transformation. And so boom, you get to see that transformation. The transformation speaks for itself. And then you pair that with a piece of copy that is authentic and genuine to the way your audience actually describes their experience in the niche or the certain problems that they're facing, right? So I would do, if I were you guys, right? If I wanted to test the before and after, set up a couple of different before and after images that you have with different customer avatars, right? Because maybe someone who sees this would resonate with this, but maybe they're not in this example, 30 to 40-year-old lady with blonde hair. Maybe they are a 40 to 50-year-old brunette. So line up all those different customer avatars. You should know exactly who you're selling to and who this product is for, and take those before and afters and then throw them into this format. Then all you need to do some very simple variations of this is to just replicate the exact same concept and use different pieces of customer reviews as different headlines. Because again, different things, different tones of voice are going to resonate with different kinds of people. It's literally impossible to predict what tone of voice, what words, what semantics, what language you use is going to convert someone. And so the best way to maximize your chance of success with testing an ad and testing a product is to maximize the creative volume that you have and the creative diversity that you have. And the best way to do that is by taking and creating multiple different variations, all leveraging the same angle and leveraging the same core concepts of what makes a good ad like this work, which is demonstrating the transformation through a clear before and after state, but being careful so as not to, blatantly state before and after with, your image. Now, that being said, I will say Facebook has, in my experience, been very, very lenient with before and afters. And I personally do run before and after statements in my creatives. That being said, if you're apprehensive to do that and you're completely against running that type of stuff, I want to let you guys know that you can run before and afters, and they are some of the most powerful static ads that you can run because they can, like a before and after can demonstrate everything that a video can because it's showing a clear progression and a clear transformation to a desired outcome through this product specifically. So if you're not using before and afters, then you're severely lacking on a creative format that is not only typically cheaper to place on CPMs, you get lower CPMs on images generally, but it's also, sometimes a very clear image like this can be just more straight to the point for a product, which a lot of audiences actually resonate with. They don't want to go through this whole video framework of just like, problem, agitate, solution, this product is the best, social proof, etc. Like some people just want to know, okay, it does that? Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Click, buy. So yeah, that's basically it for this video, guys. It's basically a tutorial for how to create before and afters because I know a lot of people have been burned in the past by running before and afters, and I totally understand. It's a totally valid concern. But in 2025, before and afters need to be a mainstay in your ad account. If you're testing a product, if there was one image ad format that I could recommend for you to include in your ad account, it would be the before and after because of how powerful it is to demonstrate that transformation, how quickly it registers in the customer's mind, and just how much flexibility you have with variations. Once you figure out what the angle is that you want to go after, it's just a matter of testing different headlines, testing different before and after images to eventually find the one that's going to resonate. But the amount of before and afters, and really images in general, the amount of creative content that you can pump out in a 15 to 20 minute session is miles farther than anything you could do with video. It might take you 1 to 2 hours to produce a solid video ad, but with images, I could pump out 20 different images for the same angle with this exact same before and after format, testing out different avatars, different angles, different pain points, and I could pump out 20 to 30 images in literally the span of like 30 to 40 minutes flat. So there's a much bigger ROI on images, and if there is one to test, it's gotta be this one, the before and after. Don't sleep on it, and especially the Twitter static format because that just adds to the native and organic feel of the overall visual aesthetic of the creative. So that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed and got a ton of value out of this as always. For those of you guys that skipped until the end and didn't watch the entire thing, totally okay, because I have designed these videos for low attention spans because mine is cooked and I'm sure most people's are cooked as well. So if you want access to this template and you're not interested in creating this step-by-step because it's very simple, check out the first link in the description or the second link in the description to get access to this complete template. And it's a very simple, like all you need to do is come up with the actual images themselves. You drag and drop the images into here. You drag and drop a placeholder image up at the top. And then it's up to you to find, number one, identify the angle that you want to go after. Number two, grab customer reviews as your headlines and copy to basically sell and go after that angle for you, and do a minimum of 3 variations per angle that you want to test. I personally believe that if you are going to do 3 variations, you should also switch up the avatar. But let's say you're limited on content, you don't have a ton of images for whatever reason, then at the very least, you need to be testing out different headlines. And I would even bold the certain elements of the headlines that are different from the others. So for example, like I might bold this section, right? So I know that part stays, or that part actually stands out in the creative. And then for this one, I would maybe bold this section here. So it's basically like between these two, the main differences in the variations of the copy. This one's talking about how fast it crimps and how it stays all day. And then this one's how it stays all day without needing touch-ups. So very small differences in the copy, but those are probably the 2 main differences that I want to highlight and are worth testing in a variation. So going back to this one, I'd probably do, it held all night after sleeping on it. And so again, all going after the same angle as you see. We're all leveraging this angle of getting waves that last all day. This one's talking about how it held all night, even the next day after sleeping. This one's talking about how it holds all day without needing touch-ups. This one's talking about how it holds all day just in general and it crimps the hair fast, right? So 3 different variations, but all going after the same angle and kind of leveraging different tones of voice, semantics, and language to communicate the same thing, to resonate with a different person that might not resonate with the other creative. But that's why you create multiple variations, so you can resonate with those people who are not going to resonate with, the individual one creative that you create. So I've been talking very fast, had a little bit of pre-workout. That's why I'm a little bit amped in today's video. Have a little bit of a sore throat, and I know there was a lot of construction in the background, so I do apologize for that if that came through in the audio. But hope you guys got a ton of value out of this. Again, if you want access to this template, second link in the description. If you want access to my complete course and community that shows you step-by-step how you do everything in this video and more, I literally teach you how to build your first profitable branded dropshipping business, finding the products, building the store, making the creatives, and running the ads. If you want access to that, along with 3 weekly Q&As, a free one-on-one coaching call, over $1,000 worth of free tools, spy tool accounts, themes, all that good stuff. Check out the first link in the description to join God Through Ecom. We're making a push to try and win the school games, which means the price is the lowest it will ever be. If you join now, you'll lock in that price, even if the price goes up, so you'll never have to pay the increased price. On top of that, 7-day money-back guarantees. So hop in, 6 days, 59 hours, or 59 minutes, 59 seconds, and if you hate it, you can get your money back. So that's going to do it for this video. Again, if you want to join God Through Ecom, first link in the description, access to the template, second link in the description. Otherwise, hope you got a ton of value out of this. Start making some banger image ads, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.